African Commission as Secretary and the Secretary of the Arab League. It's too big for that.
So what's the idea?
And the idea is to establish a permanent secretariat. Permanent secretariat with the Secretary General or whatever name title you give, with few people who are staff who will exclusively focus on the coordination and the function of the organization. That is very important. Another concrete purpose, because you know, all these organizations will not achieve anything in the absence of funding. The funding aspect is very important. And people have been, there's what we call donor fatigue. For a long time we are relying on donors, and that is why His Excellency gives the proposal that each country should be contributing a particular percentage of its external export. 10%, 5% is up to you. And look at how many African countries, how many Arab countries, and look at the huge resources between that are flowing within these countries. So if each country contributes at least 5% or 10% of its GDP, external export, then you know that will constitute a vast pool of resources for this new organization. Then the organization will not need to be begging. So it will be financially fine. Human resource-wise, you cannot talk about that.
Minister, one final question. Initially, people were of the impression that not much comes from the Arab world in terms of development aid. When it is compared to the West, it is just a drop in the ocean. Perhaps that perception will change with new attitudes and new approaches to development.
In fact, that perception is not true, precisely true. You know, you could hear from the speeches of many presidents. They were full of praises for the state of Kuwait for continuing to support African development in various countries, regardless of religion, regardless of culture, regardless of geographical identity. Yesterday, many African countries had special meetings with the Emir of Kuwait.
So that's a misrepresentation.
Of course, it's a misrepresentation. The Arab, the Saudi fund, the Kuwait fund, the Kuwait government, the Saudi government, the Arab Bank for Development in Africa. There are many actors that are contributing hugely to African development. Maybe what Africans were doing, probably it is as a result of colonial influence that Africans tend to focus more on the West, leaving behind potential allies, leaving behind huge opportunities. But now that such an organization has come, and look at the first summit of this Arab-African partnership, almost 30 years. 30 years ago. In Egypt. Then 3 years ago, the second came. And that's why the president is saying that we should be having more frequent meetings. Even once every 3 years is too long. The potentials are too much. So maybe after 2 years, with a permanent secretary and with proper coordination, the organization will be able to achieve its objectives.
The third Arab-Afro Summit ended Wednesday in Kuwait City on a more positive note. But it takes more than meetings and commitments on paper. There is no doubt the leaders went in with a palpable sense of seriousness, and when they emerged, optimism was equally palpable. But whether the actions and decisions reached here in Kuwait translate into tangible action to improve the lot of the 1.2 billion people remains a matter for time, and only time alone.
Welcome to a new TV show, Girl Talk. Girl Talk is designed to create a platform for girls and young ladies to share information about life and expectation with an aim to create awareness and a positive change in our social activities. In this program, we have 5 segments: relationship and life.
I didn't have a boyfriend early, I'm not gonna lie.
I don't go around asking for money or any other things from guys.
I love him and he loves me.
Always try to know how you look, your body type.
It brings out who you are, it depicts who you are.
It's about how you combine them together to have the final look that you actually want.
She used to survive for how many years? 100 and something years. But now the life expectancy is only 65.
Let's say, okay, I just say, okay, I have 50. But that's what I have.
But if you want to be eating omelette.
The card reads,
Okay.
why haven't you ever dated a poor guy?
I look for qualities, not how poor you are.
If I find my man on top of another woman, I'll make sure you see me. I won't say a word though.
No, unfortunately, I couldn't date her.
Bye-bye, 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 bye-bye now, we're in our side. Bye-bye, bye.
Girl Talk is extremely entertaining and educative. Watch out.
Queremos